Welcome back to Brent's Hang. I'm Brent Barnett. This is our Hardware Makeover of the Month episode number 12. I don't have that many fingers. For those of you that aren't aware of this, which you should be by now because this is number 12, this is the episode where you guys send me videos and pictures of your setup, and I choose one every month to remake in my own way using Gibraltar hardware. Now, if you want to submit, you send to brenthang.gibraltar@gmail.com. So let's see who this month's drummer is. No respect whatsoever. It went from an envelope to a wadded up piece of paper. I'm astounded. Ethan the drummer. All right, so let's see what Ethan's working with here. We've got 8, 10, 12, 14-inch rack toms right across the front. He's got everything mounted directly to the bass drum. He's got his 8 and his 10 on his left bass drum with the crash cymbal mounted off extra mount on the back of the tom mount. And he's got his 12 and 14-inch rack toms mounted to the right bass drum with his right main crash mounted out of the back tom mount. Now he's also got a splash stacked right on top of his right main crash. His ride cymbal has got its own cymbal stand, and his china has its own cymbal stand. So to be honest with you guys, I really can't consolidate his setup any more than it already is. I mean, he's got everything mounted to his 2 bass drums. I mean, you can't get any cleaner than that. But this is where Gibraltar can really step in and help out. Ethan wants to be able to add more cymbals to his setup without having to add a ton more stands. So let's have a look at what I've done. In Ethan's setup, he's only using 2 stands. One's holding his ride and the other one is holding his china. Now, I only have 2 more stands than him, but I have the capability of adding 4 more cymbals to this entire rig. So on my far left-hand side, I've got my 8-inch tom mounted to the 9713 PM, which is a tri-mount stand that allows you to mount 3 different items, whether it's rack toms or if it's 3 cymbals. 2 of the clamps are adjustable, so they move left and right, and 1 is fixed. So on the left-hand side, I'm only using one of the mounts, so I've got my 8-inch tom mounted out of there, and now I have 2 extra clamps available to mount other cymbals if I need to. So splitting the difference between the 2 bass drums, I've got my 10 and 12-inch rack toms mounted to the quad mount stand, which is the 6713 QP. Now this is a quad mount stand that has 2 ball L-arm sockets so that you can mount rack toms, and it also has 2 clamps on the back of that. You can mount 2 cymbals. As you see, I've got my 2 main crashes left and right supported out of the back 2 clamps on this stand. So now it kind of looks like antennas, right? And I just took Ethan's lead and added another stacker right on top of my right main crashes coming out of the tom stand. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 things mounted off of this stand. So now on the right side, I've got my 14-inch rack tom mounted to the 9713 PM as well. Now this is the only thing that's mounted to this stand, so I have 2 extra spaces where I can mount cymbals to. On the far right, I'm using the 9713 PM to mount my ride cymbal and my china. Now I have 1 clamp left over. I can add another cymbal if I want. So Ethan's way is very efficient for exactly how he has it set up. I just showed you guys an option to where you can expand your setup without having to add too many more stands. Like I added 5 more cymbals to his kit. I said 4 earlier, didn't I? Well, it's actually 5, but who's counting? Well, I know we're all counting because we don't want more stands, we want more cymbal space. Anyways, thank you very much, Ethan, for submitting. I really enjoyed getting pelted in the face by the wad of paper that had your name on it. For those of you guys that are interested in submitting, please send your emails to brenthang.gibraltar@gmail.com, and we will see you next time.